All right, so a little bit of an update on the car. Today is ceramic coating day. This is the guy that I'm using. So I opted for a mobile service this time rather than doing the work myself. So we just had a decontamination. So just finished with doing a decontamination wash, pulled it inside, dried it, and just starting doing some test areas with the polishing. So I'll show you guys what we're going to be coating the car with at the end. But yeah, he's just started polishing and figured I may as well grab the camera and just show you guys what is being done. Rather than skip out on taking a video, I thought I'd get a little bit of footage. So yeah, we'll get back with you in a little bit. All right, so this is after we've done some polishing on the door here on the left side. You can see there it's nice and cleaned up, as well as the black window moldings. And then if you see the before, it's going to be hard to pick it up because of the lighting in here is not super dark, but there's a lot of swirling here. And you can see there much more on the black trim. There you go, now it's catching it. So that's what we're working with. This is 100 times better. It's nice and clean. And then this side is not yet been polished. So yeah, that's what we're working with. And I'll show you guys once we're ready for coating. It's looking good though. So car's pulled out. He's going to give it a wash, get all of the residue, the wax residue from all of the cracks and crevices. Also do a spot clean and just make sure, spot check, make sure there's no areas that need touch-ups. And then we'll be going back in for the coating. So yeah, it's out for a quick checkup. So this is before coating. You can see all the plastics, all the marring has been polished out. All the carbon fibers looking really, really good. You can see here all the trim, all the swirling is taken out. You see what I'm talking about? Like all of this residue from the polishing compound, that'll all be rinsed off before we do any of the coating. The glass is looking much better. This was all water spotted before, so this is looking a lot better now that he's polished. See that reflection.
And in the video, you can see we're looking for stuff like this. This is why we bring it out and we polish, you know, so you can wipe it off.
Yeah, so you see that little bit of compound there that he's gonna just wipe around there. So paid attention to all these lower areas. These was all kind of like water spotted up and looking pretty bad. Once I cleaned the car and I was like wiping it down in the sunlight, this area always looked messy. It just looked, you know, water spotted and not good at all. But now it's looking much, much better. Got all the paint cleaned up on the side here. Can't wait to see the gloss once this gets coated. It's gonna look really nice. So yeah, that's where we're up to. He said he's just going to let the soap dwell on the paint for a little while, then he's going to rinse it, dry it one last time, and then it'll be time to do the coating. So there she is, all foamed up. pulled the car back into the garage. As you can see, you still continue to get little drips from areas like around the spoiler. So we just get everything nice and dry before we do any of the coating. You can see all that compound polish has been washed out of all the cracks, which is exactly what you're looking for. Look at that, swirl free. Yep, that paint is looking so much better. Can't wait to see how glossy this is going to be once it's coated and the coating has time to cure. The gloss is going to be so pretty on this car. I can't wait to see the blue. Definitely pops a lot in the sun. You get all that lighter blue metallic. In the garage, it almost looks black, but outside, the blue really comes through. So we'll definitely get the best look of this car once it's coated and it's out in the sun. But for now, get a little bit of a sneak peek in the garage. But all that black trim is looking so much better. It's not swirly anymore. That was really bugging me, so that's good. And that's all nice and clean. All the lenses are cleaned up. There's no more swirls on the plastic. You can brush your teeth in that now. Yeah, so there she goes. As you can see, I removed the license plate so that he could paint correct the whole rear bumper, because that was all water spotted and looking terrible. So I removed the license plate and the bracket behind it. Might as well whilst we're in there. Just makes polishing a lot easier, because then you can actually get your pad into the corners there. So yeah, there we go. Polished, washed, and final touch up and dry. So yeah, I'll get back with you guys shortly. All right, so we've moved on to the coating. So the coating we are going with is the graphene ceramic coating. So as you can see, we're just working in sections. Let it flash for about a minute and then level it and then give it a second wipe. You can just about spit. Yeah, you can see it in the light there. It starts to flash in rainbow. Doing all the glass too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be looking good. You can see where the coating is right there. You see that line? Yeah. So the coating is all applied. So we're going to pull it out now and do like a full check over. But I can already see the slickness and glossiness. It looks like it's wet. Look how smooth that is. Shining like a new penny. You see that? So much slicker. You have to see it in person to see the difference, but I can already see the difference, and it's not even outside in the sun yet. But look how beautiful that blue looks. So as I showed earlier with the ceramic coating that we applied, it's the Adams Graphene coating, but this is the professional grade. So this isn't the one that's consumer grade that you can order off Amazon or in any stores. This one is for approved detailers only. You can only do this if you're actually certified as an Adams installer. So this is a professional level coating. So it should have a little bit more durability, kind of like similar to Crystal Serum Light versus Crystal Serum Ultra, which is the professional grade, which has a little bit more durability, but is also a little bit, say, less forgiving to install. It'll just flash off quicker, so you have to be a little bit faster with how you work, and not a beginner's grade coating. So this should last for years to come, as long as I keep it clean, you know, don't let the coating get clogged up with contaminants from being outside. Just the normal stuff with keeping it nice and clean. This is going to need to cure for at least 24 hours, but I'm not going to wash the car for a few weeks. I'm going to really let it sit in the garage and just let the coating cure and do its thing. But yeah, so I'll be going outside shortly, give it a check over, so I'll get some footage once this rolls out. All right, so we're just gonna pull it out and we will check outside in the sun and just see if there's any areas of the coating that need addressing. I'm sure he hasn't missed any areas, but just to be sure, he just wants to get it out in the sun and just take a look at it. So there's just a last little bit of daylight here. It's actually a full day's work for this guy. He started at about 8 o'clock this morning. We're now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, I'll grab some footage in a second. I'll just finish backing out and we'll see how it looks. All right, so here she is outside in the sun. The last little bit of sun that we have. Just had to get it out, so give it a check over. So, but she is looking super glossy, just as I'd hoped. Can't really look this way because I'm going to get blinded by the sun. So we'll just stay on this side of the car so we can get a little bit of a look. So there she is, ceramic coating done. She's looking absolutely fantastic. So I'll get some more video at a future point once I have the car out in the garage, and we'll get it on the driveway and take a look at it. But for today's video, we'll call it a wrap. This is the end of the process. So yeah, I'll get back with you guys on one of the future days when I get it out the garage. All right. So it's actually the next day, and I just opened up the garage door so we can take a look at how the car is looking. I mean, I hope the camera is picking this up, but you can just see how crazy the gloss level is with this graphene coating. I mean, I usually use like a gloss enhancing spray detailer after I've wiped the car down, but it is nothing compared to this. This is insane. See if I can just pick this up. The best way to describe it is like it's been jeweled, you know? It's just polished and jeweled up. I mean, just look at that. That is so crazy. I've never seen a car as glossy as this. I think this is probably the glossiest car I've ever seen. I don't have the best lighting right now because it's not gone dark yet. That's when My garage lighting is the best when it gets darker outside, so it really illuminates the car. So we'll see with this daytime lighting. See if I come around this side of the car. Yeah, you can really pick it up on camera. This thing is absolutely off the charts with gloss. We come around to the back here. Wow. Look at the bottom of the bumper there where the license plate goes. You can just see it is literally like a mirror at the back. Especially with the carbon fiber, you see how it's reflecting the Mercedes star against the carbon. That's insane. Yeah, even the carbon has picked up that same level of crazy gloss. So, initial impressions, I am blown away with how glossy this is. I suppose the best test is going to be how this holds up in the long term after, you know, washing the car for several months. We'll see if this holds up or whether it's going to kind of get less and less glossy over time. But my initial impression is this looks insane. So I'm hopeful this is going to hold up for a long time. This is the professional grade graphene coating, so it is going to be a little bit more durable than the consumer level graphene offerings from Adams. So I'm really hoping this is going to last for hopefully a couple of years is my hope, because this car isn't parked outside, so it's not going to get beaten up with a lot of UV rays from the sun. It's also not going to get a lot of surface contaminants on it. So what my plan is just to kind of give it a spray down with the Adams Graphene booster maybe every other month. Don't need to go too crazy with it, but every other month after I've given it a wash and a dry with my regular detailing spray, I'll just give it a little spritz with the graphene booster just to keep it topped up. Obviously, well, not obviously, but my biggest reason, or one of the biggest reasons for doing this coating, was just to make the whole washing experience a little bit easier. So hopefully the water is just gonna sheet off the car really fast once I'm using my leaf blower and drying it. So for someone like me that really enjoys detailing, this should make washing and keeping the car looking super clean a lot easier. And you know, the added gloss is a really nice bonus. So that's it. I don't really have anything else for you guys. I'm so pleased with this. I'm glad I paid somebody to do it because I just didn't have the patience to spend a couple of days doing this myself. I would have also had to buy a couple of polishing tools because I don't have any of the nano polishers. I just have the regular and the medium size polisher that goes to about a 3-inch pad. I would have needed much smaller ones to get in all of the smaller areas. So definitely paid off for me just to pay somebody to do it for me. So yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you. I appreciate everybody who's watched the video. I'll be back soon with some more stuff on this car. I've got some parts coming really soon. I'll make some videos for you. So yeah, I'll be back really soon. Thanks for tuning in.